Bullish signal. Unconfirmed bearish PTC signal. Bearish PTC signal. Unconfirmed bearish signal. Bearish signal. Unconfirmed bullish PTC signal.
Good morning, everyone. Today was not a pretty day. Move this over here. All right, so let me lower the tick strike a little bit because it gets a bit loud.
Bullish PTC signal.
Although I can't lower the NinjaTrader sound, unfortunately. But okay, so let's start with the most basic level, which is the Orenco 16. And this is what you want to be able to have when you are doing Orenco 16. And this is my recommendation to you. Okay, so take a screenshot of your computer and use that as your guide for your MNQ 0923. Okay, now some people prefer doing the ES, and if you're doing the ES, here's the 81640. Actually, hold on. Let's do this. I'm going to change the Orenco to, we're going to add a new Orenco parameter. And we're going to do the 61830. 61830. Okay, now I haven't tested this extensively. Okay, 61830. But what it does allow is a narrower range. So the trend threshold is basically 6 ticks per bar. The open offset is 18, which is 3 times the threshold, the trend threshold. And then the reversal is at 30, which it is slightly less than 36. So you want to be able to catch it on the earlier end. So that's how you would put it in like that. So if you were to do ES, test out 61830. So you're going to apply, do that. As a matter of fact, let's change this to MES and change to, hold on, let's take a look at, ooh, look at that. That looks pretty on the 16. But the 61830 would be something like this. Okay. So we're looking at this morning, and ES was obviously just as choppy. Here's your linear regression. You probably would have tried to enter here and then it would fail miserably. Here's your PTC signal, and that would take you down, and it's looking like it wants to continue going down. All right, so same thing with this one. You would do quantity safety, do a trend filter, and do that. So same thing. Okay, now, by the way, I have the older version. This is the 1.1, not the 1.2. But typically, you can change the trend filter right here to, and the default. So on the NQ is 26. I would probably change it to probably 18 on the ES. Okay, so here's your PTC bearish, and it's right into the red mark, so that would have entered. This one is on the green. That one is down on the red, but it has been bullish. And part of the reason that it stays bullish is look at the run that we had in the pre-market. Okay, so that's how to basically set up the Orenco. Okay, next one. Let's go to Heikin-Ashi, the 2-minute. So looking at the 2-minute Heikin-Ashi, this would have been pretty if you had it like this. Short, trend filter, quantity safety. All right, so let's look at it from, yeah, this would have been all chop. Now from here, let's take a look if we when we would enter. So you guys tell me. We have DOK, Dragonfire, George, and Noel. Great. So on the ES, here's your bearish PTC. Would we have entered there? Yes or no? Anybody?
I'm not looking at the moment. I just got another trade on.
Oh, okay. No problem. So that is a good question because we are like borderline. We are borderline. So I don't know if it entered there, but let's say if we had the trend filter off, it would have definitely put you in this trade right here. So this is on the ES, and let's say you would have entered somewhere around this level. Okay, and let's look at for reversals. So here we have a reversal. Okay, and there's the green arrow. So you would have, without the trend filter, right? Without the trend filter.
Order filled.
What just, is that me or somebody else? Yeah, it's me.
I think that not me.
Yeah, it's me. You would have exited here. So this would have been a winning trade right here. Then you got a PTC bearish. So here's a quick way to kind of test. You would have entered somewhere here. So this would have been a win. This would have been a small loss. And let's see. Boom, 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 boom. There was no arrow. Actually, it's a down arrow. So you would still be in until here. So this one, it would have exited you. Actually, we actually have the actual exit, which is right here. Because that's where we entered long. So it would have exited you at that point, and this would have been another win. So that would have been, let's take this one, since this is the bigger one of the two. Let's see, let's choose this. Let's say 532, and then you would have gotten off at 530. So that's 2 points, eight ticks at $1.25. So you would have made $10. So you probably would have made $10 here, lost about $3-4 here, would have made what? 536 all the way down to 533. So that's 3 ticks. I mean 3 handles. 12 ticks. times $1.25. Oh, these are 2 micros, so it's double that. So you're looking at it's about $20 here, $20 here, and a loss of about double this, so $5. So this would have been a good trade. That's Heikinashi. Okay. All right. Let me look at the chat box. Scalping, but yeah, I'm green. Lost a little. Where's scalping? Oh, you left. Okay. Is it because he is? No, you're not muted. Maybe his mic is messed up. Anyway, questions. So Todd, welcome. Noel, Colton, George, Dragonfire, DOK. Questions? Ask me anything about Obsidian or the Futures Pro. Questions? Since it's just the 6 of us, 7 of us total, you can speak into the mic, or if you prefer, you can type. That's fine. Is this recorded? Wanting the settings? Yes, it is recorded. It's being recorded right now.
Unconfirmed bullish PTC signal.
So this is working out. So we are on a ES trade, and so far it's working out. It's bouncing off. On the NQ, typically if it wicks like this 3-4 times, usually it's a breakdown, but somehow we are surviving here. How many it says? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 wicks. And every time it tries to get below that Fibonacci, it's bouncing up. So this is solid. So Futures Pro is different. Yes, it is. So just to give you a background, Futures Pro is on the TradingView Premium plan. And this is what I wrote about 2.5 years ago. And the beauty of this is that it allowed, and originally it was for stocks and options. And the beauty of it is that you can turn off everything here.
Bullish PTC signal.
And just follow the buy and sell signal. It was inspired by one of my clients who followed me after I left Prudential. And he was like saying, CJ, I can't read these charts. They're all squiggly lines, and I don't have time for this stuff. I work 60-hour weeks. Can you just give me something where it's like an iPhone? And I'm like, what? You know, like an iPhone. It's very neat, very clean on the front, and it does all the work in the back. So push everything just away. Just give me buy, sell signals. And so I learned PineScript, and just enough to be able to write my algorithm. And the reason I wrote this algorithm, and it's different than all the indicators that are listed. Here we go. So if you look at all the indicators here, script technical, yeah. So you look at all the indicators here, the strategies in here, the patterns in here. When you look at all of them, there's one thing in common, Noel. And is it Noel or Noel? 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 Let me know. Noel. I'll call you Noel until you correct me. The one common denominator in all of these 100+ indicators that I have tested again and again is this. It's always in the past, and it's always telling you past history. So I wrote an algo such that the buy and sell signals are dynamic. Okay. Oh, just like Christmas, the first Noel. Oh man, now you're gonna force me. No, I'm not gonna sing. If I have 3
Order
beers,
filled.
I may start, singing. Order filled. Oh, now we're going down.
Order filled.
So did it kick me out or did it put me short? Yeah, it put me short. All right, so that one was a loser. It's a small losing trade right there. Let's do this. Can I do properties? Okay. I have to do it this way. Red. I'll pick Sienna. There you go. That's just. Oh, that doesn't help at all. Anyway, 2 for 2. What was I saying? Yeah, so the buy and sell signals are dynamic. In other words, as the price action takes place, the buy and sell signals would pop, okay? But you wouldn't just take every single one of those. There are several confirmations that you want to take a look at. And I wrote a set of rules where you're looking for 5 to 6 confirmations in order for you to enter in a high probability trade. And by and large, it had been, winning about 70 to 75% of the time. But here's the thing: all these buys and sell signals were great.
Bearish signal.
Clients are busy; they're working. So I had to create a phone alert. So put in a phone alert into it. So they get the alert and they're like, "Okay, great, but I'm not in front of my computer." I'm like, okay. So the next level was basically having an auto trader, and voila, Kyle and I got together. He's my partner. Kyle is the genius who was able to take the Pine script into C++ and write a good 10,000 plus lines of code in order for this to take place and have an auto trader working within Ninja. So that is the history, and that's basically the difference between the two. Okay. Now this one is an auto trader. It goes in and out quickly, but the Futures Pro is used for intraday swings.
Order filled.
And there's another loser. Let me do trend filter as well as confirmation filter, because it's putting me in and out of trades too fast. What was I saying? Yeah, so we still use this, okay, and you still get phone alerts, but I have it on the 30-minute now. So the 30-minute popped in. So let's take a look at this, because we were looking at it today. So the buy signal had come in at 10 a.m., but we had entered it on this one right here, okay? And the entry would have been at 5:33, 5:37, let's say, okay?
Order filled.
When you get that 30-minute sell signal right here, that's when you basically assess it and go, do I want to stay in or do I want to get out? 30 minutes says sell. 10-minute goes sell, doji, sell, red, doji, and maybe it's bouncing. So there's a buy signal on the 10-minute, but it's very small. Do I want to stay into it? Well, you know what? I got in here at around 533, and I can get out around 564. I made 30 handles. That's 120 ticks. So you can close out your position and you're done for the day. Okay, until the next signal comes in your way. Okay, so that would be for intraday swing. So with intraday swing, the benefit is that you don't look at the screen all day. You get in and out, and when you win big. When you lose, you do lose, but you don't lose as big. Okay, and the moment you lose, you're done for that day. Okay, so at most you're looking at the screen for like 10 minutes. That's the beauty of intraday swing. Now, when you're doing a PA or eval, you know, you'll be trading a little more often. But this is more for somebody who already has a futures account through TD Ameritrade, and you're just trading, 1 or 2 times. And sometimes you're doing multi-day swings based upon the daily chart and all the other stuff. But if you were to do intraday, this is what you would do. In and out, you're done. No stress. Alrighty. Are you still getting the Ludwig levels? Because you said, yeah, I haven't gotten it, mainly because right now the Ludwig levels are matching my fib numbers and my the resistance levels
Unconfirmed bearish signal.
on Ninja. But I will get to it on this computer. On the other computer, I don't want to get it because that's not where I do the live trading. But I will get it soon enough. All right, so here I have the trend filter and the confirmation filter. And it should have kicked me out. Because this is this is not confirmed. This is unconfirmed. Now,
order filled.
If I do that,
order filled.
Yeah, if I do that, it would kick me out. So confirmation filter off. Yeah. You just want to have the trend filter and confirmation filter. Oh man, it put me all the way out here. Yeah, so today is just not a good day. And 2-minute hiking is not working for ES so far. So let's see how this works out. We'll run it for a few. Very good. Any other questions? So keep in mind again, the Auto Trader is a tool. It's not an automatic printing, money printing machine. Although version 1.3 will be a little closer to mimicking that. Kyle has shown us a preview of it. Like these are like super beta, and they are looking very, very promising. And so once that comes out, those of you who have the suite and ADTS will get the upgrade. If you have the DDTS, that's really no difference because it's not taking you in and out. It's just giving you the same exact signals. So the signals are the same. It's just that the auto trade entries and exits will be radically different, where it minimizes your losses, but also maximizes your profits. See, so today is just a really bad day. Now we're going back from the lower regression channel. We're bouncing. What is this level? Yeah, so yeah, this is the moving average, this is the super trend. So it bounced off of the super trend and it's going up. And as it goes up, it entered back into that regression channel. So it is possible that regression channel will take us all the way back up the way this one did right here, and the way this one did right here. So since the linear regression is slightly pointing upward, there is a bullish bias. But keep in mind that it is extremely choppy. You are just not seeing any positive movement at all. Even Max, who has been like, making money every single day, today he took a loss. So a day like today, where you saw that choppiness, especially on NQ, where you saw the moving average and the super trend basically being flat. I mean, they were like together flat, as if they were snoozing. When you see that, turn everything off and just, you're done for the day. Okay. In the afternoon, could it pick up? Yeah, it could. But the majority of the time, it's going to be in the morning. And part of being able to redeem your time is such that at most you are working, quote unquote, from 9:30 to 11:30, and that's it. Okay, you take a break. And if you're busy, you do you. If you have time to come back, you come back maybe at 2:30 or 3 p.m. in the afternoon and go into the power hour, okay, the last push. And there you might get an opportunity. Not always, but you might get an opportunity. The only time where you pretty much don't have an opportunity and it's very, very risky is on Fridays, because that's ex-op day. To confirm, the most conservative, highest probability exercise with the trend filter, confirmation filter, and to not have the PTC boxes checked if on auto. No, you do have the PTC boxes checked, but you want to have the trend filter and confirmation filter. Those are the most conservative ways to go. But as you can see, unless that confirmation comes in on a downtrend, well, now that it has bounced back up over here, it would not have been a big loss because of it. So yeah, have the confirmation filter on, and that is the most conservative. Okay, so when you get a chance, Noel, this weekend, download all the historical data for the past week, okay, or 2 weeks even, right? So that way you get a taste of different market situations. Okay, yeah, these past 2 weeks, they've been pretty different. Like last week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday was good. Tuesday, Thursday was bad. This week, Monday was meh. Tuesday was good. Wednesday was good. Today is bad. Okay, so you get a good mix of it. And what you can do then is you can test, all right, let's say, for example, you decided, all right, I'm really going to test this 6/18/30. Okay, so what you do is from 9:30 to 4 o'clock, okay, you test it out this way and run it through. And you can speed it up, by the way, by like 10x. So that way you don't have to sit there for like, 6-7 hours. And then you can do trend filter and run it, and then see the what the difference is in results. And then you can do this confirmation filter and see how the difference is. We do have some results that you will see, And you will see it in the following back testing Obsidian. Here we go. So right there on their back testing Obsidian, we actually have Wilson Capital doing some of this stuff here. And he has been doing it on Russell 2000 RTY, running it from 7:30 to 10:30. I don't know why he doesn't run it till 11:30, but he chose that, and he was able to do this, and so he did the whole week from 7:30 to 10:30. Wait, actually, he may be Pacific time, Mountain time, Mountain time. I don't know. He may be. We can ask him. Once he's done with it, he will do a presentation for us on Zoom, on our Zoom meeting. But I'm going to assume actually that this is 9:30. I don't know why he would do 7:30. 9:30 to 5 hours. So yeah, he decided to go through lunchtime too. Okay. So for the week, it was plus 82.45, trading 4 contracts. Confirmation was turned on, but not trend. Interesting. Okay. And then he's going to run it for a whole month and give a detail of it. Running 24/7, which you're not going to do, but running 24/7 gave him a profit of 36.70 for the strategy. All right, so this was better. This is the bulk of it. The mornings is where you get all the movements that will be profitable anyway. So Eastern time, I would probably Noel, I would probably test it out from 9:30 to 11:30. Just do 2 hours. That way you can do multiple ones, right? And you can test out different ones. So here's the back testing that has been done. ATM strategies, yeah. Daily playback is another one, okay? So you have daily playbacks on different days. You have the 5-minute hike-in and the 2-minute hike-in. And these are all, I believe, one contract running it the whole day, the whole New York market. Not 23 hours, but just New York market. And then July 6th, they were profitable, but not much. This is a choppy day. So he made 620 on the 2-minute hike-in, 679 on the 5-minute. So you have all of these here that you can watch. And he made it super fast, so that way you can watch it in like, I think 3 to 4 minutes each one, right? And if you really want to analyze, you can go into the CSV files over here, both on the 2-minute and the 5-minute, and really look at, you know, where did it enter, where did it exit, at what time did it do? Okay, so you have all of these over here. Let me see. Do we have any other ones? So those are the 2 main ones that you can take a look at. So you have the playback, and you have the back testing. Okay. So maybe you don't have to necessarily reinvent the wheel, so to speak. All right, Obsidian chat. Okay. Yeah, tricuspid has been also very consistent. So he's got a strategy pretty set. Today, even he was red, but very little, just very little red. And knowing him, he probably said, I'm done. And he closed it out early when he realized that it was chopped. Okay. Let's see, Scalpin is green. Yeah, Scalpin is one of the few guys who's actually green. Eduardo is green. Very nice. All right, let me go back here. Questions? Any other questions? Yeah, so if you think that's awesome, Noel, watch until version 1.3 comes out. I'm unfortunately Kyle is sick, so I'm like, you know, I did not have the heart to kind of crack the whip and say keep working, because he's got the all 4 kids sick. So I'm like, okay, fine. And his wife is sick, so she can't even baby him. All righty. So right now, interesting. I am short, in a short position. MES. Yeah, this is why I don't like MES. I'm sorry, I just don't. I like NASDAQ because of its faster movement. Actually, you can do NASDAQ and do micros to keep your heart rate low and not get a heart attack. But it is going down. Let's go back to MES and see if we're in positive territory now. Now we're only 11 ticks away. So now we have, so here's your dynamic range, and we had, since then, this is the second time that it's trying to break below and turn bearish. Not good. All right, so I'm going to leave that on. And I believe that it's going to turn out to be fairly positive. So let's go back to MNQ and see how it's doing. Yeah.
This is the third time it's coming down to 540.
Yeah.
It keeps on bouncing on 540, so this is the third time now.
Yeah, but it keeps on bouncing. Oh.
Yeah, I've drawn a box right now, it's just bouncing between 540 and 590. I'm just waiting to put a trade on and see if it goes through this. If it doesn't go through this, I might put a long on and bounce it back up to 590 again. But
nope, it's going down.
Order filled.
Yeah, now we're hitting the. Yeah, if we had the DR set up on this one, what happened to it? Why did it disappear? It reset everything. Okay. But yeah, we just dropped below the 50% mark. So I believe that's the 50% mark.
I think we're going to bounce off this again.
You think so?
Well, if it closes this candle in 20 seconds, I think we could end up bouncing and going back up again. Only to I don't know, when it's got to break 540 and it hasn't. It's not closing below 540. So we could end up going back up to 580, 590 and just bouncing.
Yeah, today is one of those days where it's just like, not an exciting day. It's a very painful day. All right.
See if I can scalp up to 580.
Looking at the let me change this back to the 16. Oh, so on the 16 we see the box. Okay, here we go. So this is the 50%. It touched once. It's bouncing. Here's the linear regression. Let's see if it breaks it. But just keep in mind that 30 minutes earlier, the linear regression was leaning bullish. Now it's pointing down and bearish.
Target filled.
But even then, you should not go officially into a trade
Unconfirmed bearish PTC signal.
until after it's gone down all the way here to below 490 and it closes below 490. So we're at 537. So we got a long ways to go even before you should be trading. Okay. So this is your chop zone right here. This is your jailhouse. And as long as you're in the jailhouse, it means your mouse is locked up, your auto trader is locked up, and guess what? Your money is also locked up so it doesn't lose value. Yeah, so the only good thing I can say about today is that I'm glad I didn't use my
Bearish PTC signal.
trade copier and run all my 22 eval accounts. I only did 3 on earn max, and 1 is blown, and the other 2 are negative, but still alive. But it's okay. That thing was only 14 bucks. That's one good thing about earn max is at least on the front end it's cheap. So let's go back to the Futures Pro. How would you trade this? We have 3 sell signals so far. Here's a definite candle with a break. And there's a sell signal here. Sell signal was at 11:30. There's 11:30. So if you were to be trading this, actually, let's get rid of this one because that's done. So if you were to be trading this, you would enter, let's say you entered here at the bottom end of the candle and you entered at 560, okay? At this juncture, you will go short and go home. Just stay away from your chart. So this one from here to here was, what do we have? What do we do text? So how you do text here. Oh, doy. So here would have been at least 140 ticks. That was a winner. Let's take a look at the second trade. Now, 120 ticks sounds exciting, but again, if you're doing intraday swing, you're just putting in 1 or 2 micros. Okay. Then we entered here, and so far we are here. 60 to 32, so it's 28 points. Or 28 handles, as it's the proper term. I don't know why handles is the proper term. But if we had another 30, yeah, that's 120 ticks. Yeah, so it would have been 120 ticks here, 120 ticks there. But you're going to stay in because, again, it is a sell signal. That's a big candle. So I've told this before, and I think some of you already listened to it. So anybody can tell me with Heikin-Ashi, in terms of the green and the red and the wicks, how do they work? How do they work that it's different than your traditional candles like this? So this is your traditional candle. Okay, these are actual, lows, highs, open, close. Highs, lows, open, close. Okay, so that's candles for you. But Heikin-Ashi works differently, and it looks different, as you noticed. Anybody would like to venture and tell me, what's the difference? If you heard me say it and you remember, please. Well, first of all, who heard me say it? Give me a thumbs up or hands waving. Type in yes. Acme, DOK, Dragonfire, have you heard me explain Heikin-Ashi? Financial. Well, your name is Financial IQ, so do you know the difference between Heikin-Ashi and candle?
No, I don't.
All right. George, do you? You heard me. I think you heard me, didn't you? Or were you, or maybe it was your brother?
I've been staring at the charts all morning, but I had a green day. I heard you asking earlier. Been scalping.
You've been scalping? Good, good. Okay.
Using the bot, yeah.
Wonderful. Are you green?
Super green today.
Oh, brother, dude, you are in that 1%, man, because everybody's red. That is amazing. Yes, Heikin is an average bar, correct. Okay. Think of it as a candle combined with an EMA. And it takes into account, the volume. It takes HL open and close, and it averages it out, and that's how it draws it. The body is made out of, the volume, the majority of the volume. What about the wick? So here, when you see this wick like this, there's no wick on top over here, but there's a wick here. Now, when you look at the candle, you'll see wicks at the top and wicks at the bottom. Interesting, right? Well, on Heikin-Ashi, there's no wick at the top. There's only wick at the bottom. So what does that mean? How would the Japanese trader look at these and translate the price action? All right. Says this is being recorded. Okay. In Heikin-Ashi, if you see, wicks at the top and bottom, and you have a doji like this, okay, this is where buyers and sellers are pretty much indecisive or fighting, and they're fairly even. Okay. Here, when the Heikin decides to basically fill up the top and show, actually, oh, there's an itty bitty wick. Is there? No, that was my mouse. Never mind. When they decide to fill up at the top and then only show the wick at the bottom, what it's basically telling you is that there is a lot of selling pressure. Okay. And even though buyers have come in and try to bring it up, it was from a position of weakness. That's why they're thin. but the bears are big. They're big, fat, heavy, and coming on strong. Okay. Same thing here. Now we have the new one. Okay. Let's take a look at the candle. The candle is short and narrow, but Heiken makes it long. Hey, wait a minute. It wasn't all the way up here. You're right. It's taking into account, remember, EMA is taking into account the exponential moving average, is taking into account the volume, and it's saying that basically from here on down, this is all selling pressure. That's why it's also red. So in short, Heiken makes it easier to read because you can look at the green ones and go, oh, there's a wick there, there's a wick there. But these don't have wicks, so you can see that it's fairly strong. Okay. When you see a purple candle, and by the way, this is also dynamic. When this was formed, and then this one, no, this one. When this one was being formed, it also changed the green into a purple candle, basically saying, hey, look, there is a potential trend change. This is what you would be seeing in real time trading. And somewhere along the way, as it was bouncing around, then he created these two wicks. Okay, so it's green, right? But it's saying that wicks at the top and wicks at the bottom means that the sellers were pretty present there. Okay, and because that was the case, it turned the previous Heiken Ashi candle purple, saying that this may serve as a bearish harami. Make sense? Everybody clear? Questions? Poverty Chicken, do you have any questions? Iya Shodaib? Iya, is that, am I pronouncing it correctly? Correct me if I'm wrong. Just digesting the tea. Okay, no problem. This is being recorded, so you can re-listen to it again and again. But again, in the simplest terms, the difference between the candles, which majority of traders like to use. Oh, see, in the candles, it's green. Okay, why? Because it's higher. Prices is higher than when it first began. Okay. Here's the entry, and now this is where it's at. But Heiken is saying, no, it is still bearish. Be careful. Do not enter long. So Mr. Miyagi say no. Thank you very much, Davidson. Yeah, that's how you tell the difference between different Asian speakers. Who was it? Who was good with that description? It was Joe Coy. He would say that you know somebody's Korean when they talk like they've been smoking weed all day. Yeah. 안녕하세요. 예, 밥 먹었어요? And then the Japanese, they speak from the gut, from the stomach. And I'm not going to repeat what he says about the Vietnamese. You go listen to it yourself. It was downright funny, but man, was it borderline like, disrespectful. And same thing with Chinese, because you have the Mandarin speakers, and then you have the Cantonese speakers. And for most of us, they all sound alike. But how do you know that somebody is Cantonese? When two people are talking and they sound like they're in a heated argument, they are Cantonese. When two people are talking and they sound like they're talking gibberish to one another, and all these vowels and consonants are just sing-songy manner, they're Mandarin. And I can say that because my Chinese friend told me that. And he was Cantonese. No, actually, he was from Singapore. But that's what he would say. Speaking of Singapore, is Henry here? No, he's not here. Dooby-dooby-doo. See, Tixfrag is just like nothing. Just barely moving. All right. Now that we're below the 50% line, the likelihood is that it may come back up over here, touch the midpoint of the linear regression or the 50% line, and that might be a good entry to go down. So if I were to be actively trading, this is the way I would set it up. And start taking shorts from here on out. Okay. Now, why would I be taking shorts if it's still within the the chop zone and within the DR? Okay. Well, the DR is a guide. Okay. Just know that it's risky to enter short or long in this scenario because it's going to bounce in and out. Right. So what you need to do is you need to have your stop losses very narrow. If you don't have your ATM on and there's no stop loss, you have to watch it and keep your mouse real close to that close signal and click it. Oh, Poverty Chicken, you're Cantonese? You can confirm? Okay. So they do sound like they're arguing with each other. Okay. That's funny. Any other funny quirks that you can share between Mandarin and Cantonese? Food-wise, Cantonese is spicy versus Mandarin. Am I correct? Because typically Mandarin cannot handle heat. Like super spicy food. Ah, now that's spicy. Szechuan is spicy. Sometimes you order a Szechuan dish and you have to take out all the peppers, and half of the food is gone by the time you take out the pepper. Man, if it crosses that 50% line, I'm even shutting down my regular contracts on my account. Jeez. My okay. Should have done this a while ago. I am it's on. It's on. Okay. Today I've hit my stop loss for the day, so I am firing myself from trading. So I'm done. This chop is just too great. So far we have Financial IQ, we have Eduardo, Scalpin, and probably Don also positive, and everybody else is negatory. Anybody else negative? Or anybody else green?
I'm green today.
Oh, Greg. All right.
Yeah.
That is
Every
awesome.
day this
man.
week.
That is awesome, dude.
Let me just say I'm green for the meantime. I probably need to stop. I got about 400 on one account and 250 on another.
Dude, it's 12:41. Just shut it down, man.
I'm racing
Didn't you-
racing the 6th, right? To end this eval.
Right.
And we've got NFP tomorrow. We got a holiday on Monday. I only got like one regular day to trade, so I don't know what I should do here.
And
I should go for it.
NFP will be wait for tomorrow. NFP will be
yeah, I'm 300 bucks away on 2 accounts, so
no, don't blow it. Brother,
Yeah.
don't blow it. Oh, do not blow it.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
You know.
Thanks for the encouragement.
Yeah, if necessary.
If you YOLO it, then you can get free admission to the Futures Traders Anonymous.
Well, I've been taking $50 bites. I got a couple $100 in the morning, first hour, and then I've been taking $50 bites here. So that's how I've been doing.
Yeah, today is like a sniper's paradise.
Yeah, fade and resistance levels. That's all I've been doing. Is just coming up to resistance, fade it back down for $50. That's it.
Yeah, definitely. It's actually a sniper's paradise and intraday swing. So this one on the I should take one of the accounts and just do this. There was a 120 tick win over here, and we would have been on this one. We would have been short at 560.
Huh.
Yeah, and it's looking like he wants to go back down. See, we're below. This is your 50% line of the DR. So we are twice. It has come up here, wicked it, and it's dropping down. If it breaks that linear regression, we are going down to here. 516.
That is also your VWAP and 200 on the 16 Renko. So
right here,
or the 50% mark that you were just talking about.
Oh, okay. And you made me move my fib level. There you go. But it's all good. Yeah, if you're gonna play short, stay with the trend.
Sure.
Trade the trend. Do not trade against it. Anybody in short right now?
I'm always in a short.
In a different context. Yeah, Tesla. Okay, that's it. That is it. I am. Oh no, I am short on my regular account. Okay, cool. Never mind. Right. Actually, now I don't mind it to keep going down. Just let it down. All right. So my regular Schwab account, this is what I am doing. So I did catch. I only caught half of this over here, and I got in it short, maybe probably like around, wait, when did I get in? Trades. When did I go short? Data found. $4.40. Yeah, I got in. Let me use this as yeah, I got in at 4:40. So I got in late instead of here. I got in here. All right, here we go. Geronimo. There you go. So it broke this low. So it's going back up again, and it'll probably go back down. Why is it not putting me into a trade? I have it on short. Oh, the signal was all the way here. Oh, God. All right. I had it disarmed. Yeah, so had I had it? Is that correct? Tense. Had I had it? Yeah. Had I had it on? Boy, I haven't used that tense in a while. Had I had it on continuously, I would have entered, the bot would have entered here. And this would have been this trend of, and I would have caught, man. Dingbat. What an idiot. Yeah, now it's too late to try to enter. I don't want to FOMO. So far, 540 into 520. All right, I got 18 handles here. Oh, man, I went from being minus $29,000 down to only $700. Oof, what a ride. And part of the reason is that I actually have 4 minis running short on my account. Somebody's machine is ringing. Anybody short? Anybody? Anybody?
Yeah, mine's short.
You're 1K on sim. George, you're doing better than I am because I inadvertently had it disarmed. Stupid me. Look at it, all this chop. And the one time that it gives you this wonderful trend, I had it off. Ah, man. Patooey. So now, all right, 15,000. 15,500. Wow. We broke that fib level. Now we're looking at 487 next. 487, 460. That's a big, big, huge move. Oh, mamma mia. Mhm. Oy. Yeah, all the indices have turned negative. NASDAQ is flat. NASDAQ composite is flat. Let's see, actually, with the arrow being there on that candle, it would probably be at right there. $53 to the fib level. Let's say 500. 53. Goodness, I must be tired. 212 ticks. I missed out on 212 ticks on this run. Marenko 16. Huh? It's popping up. It's bouncing. It is bouncing. And I am done. So done. All right. Anybody have questions? Questions? No questions? I'm gonna leave it armed. Although technically I could have entered manually, I'm gonna leave it on and let the auto trader do its thing. It'll probably bounce up to here and probably go down that way. That's my guess. We'll see. All right. Questions? Please type it. Otherwise, I'm gonna take a lunch break and probably be back around 3 o'clock. And part of the reason of being back at 3 o'clock is not to trade, but take a look and see if an opportunity rises. As it stands right now, it looks like it hit that fib level and it decided to bounce. I don't know how far it's going to bounce, but it has to break the DR. It really does. This one broke and came right back in. And since then, we have been going down.
Unconfirmed bullish PTC signal. Bullish PTC signal.
Right. So now that the bullish signal has been given, the next time there is a short, the bot will enter. So we made it all the way up to that. Is that the super trend or is that the moving average? I scrunched it up too much. Can't tell. Yeah, that's a super trend right there. So it touched it and it's going back. I think it's gonna go up to R1 and drop down. All right, do you have any questions? You got 4 minutes to ask. Risk management, okay? For every, let me do this, I'll do it right here. Okay, so let's talk about risk management, okay? So for every $500 drawdown, it'll be approximately 1 micro. Okay, so on your evals, if you keep that, you should be able to not fail and pass it. Now, it may take up to a month to pass it, or maybe like 5 weeks to pass it, but that is the safest way for you to go about doing that. But once you are in a PA, okay, what you want to be able to do basically is for every 1,000, okay, it equals to 1 micro. And you want to be able to get your balance to 55K. At that point, your drawdown will become static. Your drawdown will stop at 50.1K. Okay, so all of a sudden, instead of only having $2,500, all of a sudden you have $4,900 of a drawdown. Okay, so your chances of failing that or blowing up your PA becomes far less. So once you have that 4K, that's when you can start trading 4 micros, okay, at a time. And if you go down and you're losing, and let's say you lost $1,000, you need to go back to that 1,000 to 1 micro level. Okay, so if you're $3,000 before drawdown, you just drop it to 3 micros and build it up. If you're within 2,000 of blowing up your PA, you go down to 2 micros. Okay, so you have to do opposite of what we tend to do, which is we tend to over leverage and over trade, wanting to kind of make it up again. It's like, oh no, I want, my payday, and I've lost all this money when I could have withdrawn like $2,000. This sucks. And then what you wind up doing is you wind up trading up higher, and then you go into an MNQ. One mini. And another mistake, like today, when you have so much chop, all you're doing is you are exponentially magnifying your mistake. Okay, so days like today, you fire yourself. Okay, if you hit on a PA especially, if you lose like $500 or you have 3 straight losing trades, hit the stop button and you stop trading. You fire yourself from your PA and just focus on your evals. And when you hit your stop loss for the day on your evals, you fire yourself for that day and just cool off. Take the day off. Do simulation. Just practice simulation. Okay. Get familiar with the movement of NQ, of how it zigzags, and where it zigzags, and which levels it hits and drops. How many times does it hit a particular level before it rises back up again? So here, for example, you can see how it hit the 50% mark 3 times. 1, 2, it went up, and the 3rd time it just went zoom, and it crashed through that floor. Okay, so typically it's 3 times. You know, 3. So 3 strikes, you're out. Think of it that way. Sometimes it's 4, 5, or 6. But then I'm using the Orenco 16. If you do the hike-in, sometimes it's 4, 5, or 6 times before it breaks through. Okay, but get familiar with it. Look at the time regularly. Okay, so at 11:30 when the London market closes, what does it typically do? You know, does it recover? At 12:30 to 2 o'clock, what is the typical movement? And by and large, I can tell you that it's going to be fairly choppy. Any type of trend that takes place, it's not based on volume, it's based on algorithm. Okay, can you take advantage of that? If you could, you know, good on you, right? But you want to find out, do trading on sim rather than in your eval or your PA. Okay, so if you go down to 4K, it's 4 micros, 3K, 3 micros, 2K, you get the point. Okay, so you are giving yourself plenty of space, and one of the reasons that you are able to do that is keep in mind that you have no expiration on your PA. You don't have to pay, unless you do the $85 a month, you don't have to pay the monthly fee. And on Apex, you want to pay the $140 as a one-time fee. Number one is slightly more expensive, so it makes you more reticent to blow it up. And number two, you actually have no expiration. You can take your time. Okay. Now in the beginning, when you only have one PA and you're like, oh man, you know, I've been trading all month and I barely made this much, X amount. Okay. But keep this in mind. Okay. Look ahead. Have a vision for having 20 PAs. And let's say at the end of the month, you only made $800 on your one PA. Well, when you have 20 PAs, multiply that by 20, and all of a sudden that $800 becomes 4,000. Sorry, 16. $16,000. I can't do math. Oh my gosh, I am tired. Okay, that $800 gets leveraged to $16,000 a month. Okay, that's where you want to get to. But in order to get there, you need to be patient. You want to be the turtle. You don't want to be the rabbit. Okay, the turtle is the one that wins at the end. Okay, so be methodical, be disciplined, be determined, have grit. If you fail, don't get emotional. Just stick to your plan and do not give up. Okay, when you have good trading days like yesterday, those are the days that you want to, you know, size up, right? So if you were trading 4 micros yesterday and you see this tick, 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 and it just bar after bar after bar after bar, there's just like no pullback, okay? And you are up, oh my gosh, you're up 200 ticks, you know, within like 7 minutes. you can actually size up. You can put in an extra 4 micros in there, okay? And your stop could be at a place where, should it fail, you still end up in profit. Okay, now you didn't make as much money because now you have 8 contracts instead of 4, but you ended up in profit. Okay, but on the days where you sized up and it actually trends super big like yesterday, that's when you're going to magnify your wins during that time. You do not want to magnify your losses. You want to magnify your wins. And when you do that is when you hit that 100 to 150 tick level. Okay, when you hit those, feel free to maximize. If you really feel strongly about the technicals, all right, at 80 ticks, you can maximize and your stop loss can be at break even. All right? Questions? Questions? Going once, twice. Sold. So again, as a reminder, the Obsidian Revolution is financial freedom. And you will find that financial freedom very easily once you have 20 PAs working. Because at 20 PAs at $16,000 a month, okay, each PA average is $800. If you divide it up to 20 trading days, just 20 trading days, and basically from 9:30 to 11:30, okay, you're looking at basically, help me here, 80 divided by 20 is 400, 200, no, it's not 200, it's less than that. $80, $40, $40. So if you average $40 per day of profit, a measly $40, okay, that's, you can do that with 1 micro, okay, a measly $40 per day average, and you make $800 each month. That's $16,000 with 20. That's the power of leverage. That's the power of exponentially multiplying your wins, your small wins into big wins. So think about it, $40. Can you do $40? You can snipe it. Take your $40 and close it. Okay, so with that, trust you don't have any other questions. As I said, this is being recorded, so I will post it up so you can review it and others can review it as well. I would say today, my recommendation for you today is if you're going to continue trading, just put it on sim and practice. You know, I wanted to see if this thing would bounce off of R1. It didn't. So it's going back up to the 50. And you go, all right. Now it should drop. But will it? I should go to lunch, but I want to see. We are above the linear regression. If I could draw the second standard deviation would actually be right there. And if you want to be able to snipe, really Furu or Ronnie and Options Prospect, those guys are really good at that. They'll give you levels and they'll talk you through it. So they're doing that right now in Futures for Beginners. Oh, look at that. It's going back up. That's good. So if it goes back up, there is a potential that we could do this. Now I'm glad I got out of my 4 mini shorts on my account. Let's see, where would this be? Yep, there's a buy signal. So with this buy signal, had you got in on the 60 and you got out around 40-ish, that would have been 80 ticks. I got out a little bit earlier. But even this would have been a winner from here to here. It would have been a winner. So again, that's the beauty of intraday trading. And the beauty of Futures Pro is that you get a phone alert. Voila. Okay, so I'm going to leave tick strike up. I'm going to leave my 10-minute up. And this thing is not arming. Interesting. And I'm going to keep it short. No, actually, since I'm just going to be running it, let's do this. I'll leave it up like that. Okie dokie. That. Voilà, voilà. C'est ça. Très bien. All right. Okay, guys. See you later. Bye.